Hi boys and girls, looking at stand 7.G.5 using facts, supplementary, complementary, vertical, and adjacent angles in a multi-step problem to write and solve simple equations for an unknown angle in a figure. So we're going to start with some definitions. Let's go over here to slide 2. So we're going to look at adjacent angles first, and what adjacent angles are angles that have a common vertex and a side. So a vertex is the angle right here in the corner. And so if they were here, we would have a vertex here and a vertex here. So we're going to take this one that's angles that have a common vertex and side. I'm going to drag and drop that right into this box. All right, complementary angles. So complementary angles are angles that's to 90 degrees. Let's grab this and drag it up over here. So those are angles that are right angles, and they sum up to just 90 degrees. Then we have supplementary angles. And those are angles that sum up to 80 degrees, so a straight line. One is vertical angles. So those are opposite angles made by two intersecting lines. So if we have intersecting like this, we have here, and the angle here would be vertical angles. So let's just move these into place. There we go. All right, and let's go over here to our first side. So slide 3, it wants to know what angle is supplementary to 84 degrees. So here we're actually already going back and using our notes for our vocabulary. So supplementary angles are angles that sum up to 180 degrees. So if you take 180 and subtract that 84, we're going to get the answer for the supplementary angle. Now we can't take 4 away from 0, so we've got to borrow from here, 7, that becomes 10, 6, can't take 8 away from 7 because it doesn't work. This becomes a 0, now we have 17 minus 8, which gives us 9. So then our answer would be 96. So right in this box, we're 96 degrees. Degrees. Perfect. Now, what is a complementary angle? 84 degrees. Now, complementary, going back in, you can see it here in the corner, is an angle that sums up 90 degrees. So we'll raise this over here, and we're going to do some quick. So we have 90 degrees minus 84. So we're going to have to borrow. This is going to come 8. This is going to come 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. 8 minus 8 is 0. So our answer for number 2 is 6 degrees. So we can go ahead and write in here 6 degrees. Come on. Well, that's not where I wanted to go. Do. And then we're just going to 6 degrees. Next one, it says write an equation for two angles, A and B, that are complementary. So remember, complementary means the angles that sum up to 90 degrees. So we're going to write a quick equation. Leave that box where it is. Okay. Alright, so if they add up to 90 degrees, it's A plus B is equal to 90 degrees. Remember, for two angles A and B, they're supplementary. And if we look over here, supplementary angles sum up to 180 degrees. So this is going to be A plus B is equal to 180. So A plus B equals 180. Write an equation on number 5 for two angles in B that are vertical angles. Now, vertical angles are opposite angles made by intersecting lines. So that means they're going to be set equal to each other. So if we click in here, we're going to have A is equal to B. All right, let's look at slide 4. I can drop the following equation values for x to match the following situations. So number 1, angles 1 and 2 are supplementary. The measure of angle 1 is 47 degrees larger than the measure of angle 2. And we're given a couple of equations down here. So it's 47 degrees larger. So if we look at these top three, we will find the one at 47, 25, 47, 18. So we're going to grab this one right here in the middle and drag it into the equation. Awesome. Now we're going to solve. So we have x plus x in parentheses plus 47 close parentheses 80 degrees because they're supplementary angles. So we want to find x equal to. In order for x is equal to, we need to simplify this. So it's x plus 47 equals 180 degrees. So we need to simplify that. So we have two x's, so 2x plus 47 equals 180. All right, now we can go further. We can subtract this 7. Now we have 2x is equal to 133 divided 2 divided by 2. We end up with x equals 66.5. So I'm going to take our 66.5 down here, and we're going to drag and drop that up over here. All right, number 2. The complement of an angle is 25 degrees more than the measurement of the angle itself. That's got 25. And options left, we have x plus 90, x plus x plus 18 equals 90. So we want the one that says x plus 25, and we're going to put that up and over here. All right, now we need to solve for what x is. So we have x plus 25. X plus 25 is equal to 90. So again, we have 2x plus 25 that's equal to the complementary angle. We're going to subtract out this 25 from both sides. And we have 2x is equal to 65. We're going to divide both sides. And we end up with x is equal to 32.5. So what we do are 32, and we drag that up into the solution. Perfect. All right, let's go on. Angles 1 and 2 are complementary. The measure of angle 1 is 18 degrees larger than of angle 2. Well, we only have one equation left, and that's x plus, in parentheses, 18 equals 90. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that equation, and we're going to drop it here. Let's click onto this, and then we can drop it. Now, our solution is 36, and I want to double check because the answer could be wrong. You never know. You always want to double check your answers. So let's drag and drop this over here, and then we'll solve to make sure that this is indeed the correct answer. All right. So now we're going to create our equation. So we have an x plus 18. Let's go ahead to that because we know we have two x's and we're adding 18. So x 18 equal to 90. Awesome. Now we can subtract 18. 18. We have 2x equal to 72. Divide that by 2. Divide that by 2. Now our x is equal to 36. So yes, we were able to actually confirm that that one is correct. Right, let's move on to slide. All right, slide 5. Write in the equation to determine the unknown variable, then the measure of the unknown. So if we look at number 1, this looks so like a it's a straight line. It's 180 degrees. So we need to put these two in an equation that's equal to 180 degrees. So how we're going to do is we're going to type 8x plus 2x is equal to 180 degrees. So we have 8x plus 2x is equal to 180 degrees. And then we've got to figure out our function. So we're going to solve that right over here. Now we have two like terms here, and we combine 8 plus 2 together. We have 10x, right? So we have 10x is equal to 180. Well, that's pretty simple to solve, isn't it? Divide 10, divide 10. Okay, so far so good. That cancels out. We can cross out these zeros because they're both in the last place, which gives us 18 over 1, and our x equals 18. That's pretty good. Pretty simple, straightforward. So we have x equals 18. Let's go ahead and type that into our solution box. All right, now let's find the value of both of those. So if we have, we'll start on this side. If we have 8x, which is the same as 8 times 18, and 8 times 18 is going to give us an answer 144. So this side is 144. Oh, why isn't it writing it? So we end up with 8 times 18 which gives us 144. And then on this side, we're going to do 2 times 18, and that's going to give us an answer of 36 degrees. Knowing the angles for both supplementary angle. So 144 and 36. Let's go ahead and type that into the box as well. Staying in the same, we're going to write 144, comma, 36. Perfect. Next one's got a little bit of it. These are actually supposed to be supplementary, side by side. Even though they look vertical, the values are not supposed to. Actually, there's 2 ways to solve this. We can solve it this way, or we can solve it this way. I'm going to show you which way I want you to solve it. Let's just erase this real quick. Okay. So we have x plus 7 and 3x plus 2. So technically, yes, they are vertical angles because they are adjacent from each other. Or not adjacent, across from each other, and they are vertices. A common side length. So we're going to set this up as x plus 7 is equal to 3x minus 21. So the first thing we do is get these x's alone. So I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides, and we're going to end up with 7 equals 2x minus 21. All right. So now we've got to add this 21 to the side to make these equal. So plus 21 plus 21, we have 20 equals 2x. So now we can divide both sides by 2, and we're going to have an answer of x equals 14. So our x is equal to 14. So we're going to go ahead and type that into our solution. Oops, we didn't type in our equation. Go ahead and type those in. Equation was equal to 3x plus 21. So we're going to go in here and we're just going to type that in. So x plus 7 is equal to 3x minus 21. And our solution was x equals 14, and we're just going to for those 2 things. All right, so let's start with the first x plus 7. So this one's actually pretty easy because we're going to have 21. I'm sorry, not 21. We're going to have 14. And then do 14, 11, and 21. So that's our first angle. So our first side is, that is 14 plus 21 equals 28. All right, so that's angle. Our first angle was right here. And the second angle, we have 3x minus 21. So we have 3 times 14 minus 21. 3 times 14 is 42 minus 21. That's 4. Gives us 21. Let's beta boo boo over here. 14 plus 7 is 21. Happen. 21. So we're going to go ahead and type those in. So we have 21, 21, because both of these are 21 degrees. Even though this looks much larger than 21 degrees, they are 20. Time for number 3. Now, this one is complementary. Angles are equal to 90, and we're going to do, we're going to add these two together and set it equal to 90. So I'm just looking over here what the equations look like. So 3x minus 1 plus x plus 3 is equal to 180. Funny. 90 degrees. 180 would be the straight line. This is a right angle. So now we've got to solve and find our answer. So again, we're just going to simplify. So we have 3x plus x, which gives us 4x. And then we have negative 1 plus 3, which gives us positive 2. We're going to set that equal to. And then what we can go ahead and do is 90. Come on, eraser. You can do it. Eraser. Eraser. What happened? To eraser. So equal to 90. And we can subtract 2 from both sides. So subtract 2 to get that x alone. So we end up with 4x equal to 88. And we want to divide both sides by 4. So we end up with x is equal to 22. So in our solution, we're going to put x equals 22, and we're going to solve for those two sides. So let's go ahead and type that in. So x equals 22. And then let's go ahead and solve. All right. So let's do 3x minus 1. So we're going to do 3 times 22 because x 22 minus 1. So 3 times 22 is 66 minus 1. That gives us 65. All right. And then we have x plus 3, and that's pretty short. 22 plus 3 is going to give us 25. So our last two answers are going to be our last two angles, which are 25 and 65, which equal to 90. All right, that's all for this week's angle lesson. Have a wonderful day.